It's 5:30 in the morning. Let's do the safety update. Well, good morning. Even if you're not watching this in the morning. It's morning. It's 5:30 in the morning. And you might be thinking, is this the time you normally record your safety updates? And the answer is no. No, this is not the time I normally record my safety updates, but I'm awake this morning at 5:30. And you might be thinking, well, what morning? It is Sunday morning, 5:30. I'm awake. And you might be thinking, wow, you really take your job seriously if you're up and working at 5:30 on a Sunday morning. And the answer is, yes, I do take my job seriously, but this is not typical. I am not typically awake at 5:30 on a Sunday morning. In fact, I had kind of a different safety update that I had done that I'm going to push off till next week now. And I decided, since I was awake, I was actually going to record a completely new safety update and kind of go over a couple things here, okay? Now, again, I always say, and I truly do mean this, that I like talking to you guys. You know, you stop in my office, you text me, you call me, all that kind of stuff. I do like it. I like talking with you guys. I don't like talking to you guys at 5:30 on a Sunday morning, unless there is an emergency. This is not too uncommon that I receive a call on a weekend in the early parts of the morning, and I understand. You guys out on the road there, you have crazy hours. I totally get that, especially if you're going to like grocery stores or stuff like that. There's a lot of early morning deliveries, and I completely understand. I've been in the business my whole life. I know how that works. When I have to reach out to you guys, if there's something I need to talk to you about, I will go on Motive and see if you're moving, see if you're shut down, see whatever, and look at your logs. And if I see that you're in the sleeper berth, I really try not to bug you, unless there's something I need to really get across to you. But I really try not to bug you. So I know you guys can't do that for me. I don't have Motive on. You can't see when I'm shut down or when I'm in the sleeper berth. But you can probably guarantee that at 5:30 on a Sunday morning, I'm probably going to be asleep unless something crazy is going on. So I kind of wanted to remind you, set on this little reminder here, that again, I'm more than happy to talk to you guys. And I am on call 24/7. That's the life of a safety guy. That's what I signed up for, on call 24/7. However, if it's going to be an after hours thing, I am asking you guys to just kind of process it in your mind before you get a hold of me and go, is this really an emergency that I need to bring up to Sam? And if it's not, hey, let's talk the next business day, okay? I get in, I'm there from about 7:30, sometimes a little earlier, but I'm usually in my office at 7:30, and I don't go home typically until about 5 o'clock. So that's, what is that, 9.5 hours that I'm in my office or at work that I'm more than happy to talk to you guys. During not those times is when I'm at home. And just to fill you in, I do have 4 sons, ranging from 13 all the way down to 3. And so my home life is just as chaotic as my professional trucking life, especially when they're involved in sports. They're involved in other extracurriculars. I got a son who's just started a trap shooting league. I have another son I got 3 of my sons are racing go-karts. So, we are a very busy family. And so after hours, when I'm not at the office, there are times when I'm just not available, okay, or whatever. Now, I want to remind you, there are legitimate reasons to get a hold of me after hours. If you get into an accident, you crash into somebody or somebody crashes into you, by all means, get a hold of me, okay? That's what I need to know. If you cause significant damage at a shipper or receiver, let me know, okay? After hours, get a hold of me. That's fine. I want to know that kind of stuff as well. But I have received calls for things that I don't need to know about. And So here's just kind of a quick checklist, real quick, of things that I don't need to know about after hours on a weekend or even a weeknight. If you can't log into your ELD, that's something that I have given every one of you your login information, okay? I don't change it. Now, we did have a little issue like a month or so ago where the logins did get changed, okay? And that wasn't even me. That was a different system that was trying to talk and whatever. I'm not going to get into all that. But so with that, I shot out an email and a text to everybody saying, hey, your login has changed, and it's MEBR dash, then your driver code. Okay. If you don't know that by now, that's going to be on you guys. I mean, come on. That's just kind of basic 101 stuff with these ELDs, is how to log into it. If you have questions on how to do it, feel free to reach out to me during the business hours and I can get you that information. But if you wake me up at 5:30 on a Sunday morning because you don't remember your login information, that's going to make me a tad grumpy and maybe make me make a safety video on what I want you to wake me up for. Anyways, so log into your ELDs. You guys got to know that, okay? And if you don't, contact me Monday morning, 8 a.m., and I'll get you that information, okay? Your fuel card's not working. Guess what? I don't work in fuel. We have an entire fuel department. And here's the thing too. There's more people that work in the fuel department that work in the safety department, okay? So feel free, if you have fuel issues, do not call me. I have absolutely no clue how the fuel cards work, okay? I have no clue. I can't turn them on. I can't turn them off. I can't do anything with them. I don't know how they do. So if you do have fuel card issues, make sure that you're reaching out to the fuel department. And if you're saying, I don't know who's the fuel department, then you should have listened a little bit better in orientation, because the fuel department guys actually came over and walked you through everything, okay? And we even gave you a sheet on how to get a hold of them. So you gotta know who the fuel guys are, okay? And if you don't know who the fuel guys are, during business hours, feel free to call me and I'll get you over to them, okay? Questions about any of your dispatch info. I have no clue if a customer is going to take you early or not. I have no clue. There's a really, really, really good chance I have no clue where you're going, okay? I don't work in dispatch at all. I know who our big customers are just because I know that, but I don't work in dispatch. I have no information on your dispatches. I have no clue how customers operate. So if you have questions about your dispatch, you got to reach out to the night dispatch, okay? If you see a crazy driver doing crazy things on the road, don't call me after hours to say, hey, pull up this video, because I'm not going to. I don't have the computer at home or whatever, or like I said, I'm busy with some other stuff. If you have a crazy driver, call me the next day, make a mental note of what time you saw it, call me the next day and say, hey, you should really check what this guy did, and I'll be more than happy to take a look at it. But if you do that after hours, I'm not going to remember to do that. If you're complaining about a car on the road that's doing crazy things, okay, just back her down, let that car get away from you, just back her down, okay? If you have mechanical issues with your truck or trailer, contact the shop, okay? Because I'm not a mechanic. I don't know, something's not running right, okay? I don't know what to do for you. So make sure you contact the shop if you're having any sort of mechanical issues with the truck or the trailer. And then any sort of non-essential safety questions, especially when they're not really relevant at the time. Like if you say, hey, can I use PC this coming Saturday? Sure, I don't know. I mean, what are you doing? That's a question that can be asked during the week, during business hours. You might think that this is kind of an extensive list and kind of a crazy out there type of list, but these are actually everything that and there's more that I haven't even brought up. But everything I've just said here, I've been contacted after hours for, okay? And again, I want to reiterate, I like you guys, okay? I like talking to you. This is not a don't ever contact me type video by any means. It's just after hours. If you're, having issues after hours that are really not a safety thing, you should reach out to the appropriate parties, okay? And again, if you don't know who that is, contact me or contact your dispatcher during business hours, and we'll be more than happy to help you out, give you numbers, give you emails, who to contact in certain situations. But again, just use your best judgment Is it, and say, is this something that safety needs to know about tonight or early this morning? And, if it is, if it's a collision, if it's significant damage, yes, get a hold of me. Okay. Let's get that ball rolling. But if you're wondering, why your fuel card's not working, or if you're having problems with logging into your ELD after I've already given you the login information, let's wait. Okay. Let's wait till the next business day. We'll get that taken care of then. Okay. I hope I'm not coming down as a buzzkill on this kind of stuff. But again, it's 5:30. Well, it's like 5:40 now in the morning on a Sunday. And little known fact about me: if I wake up after like 4:30, 5 o'clock on any day, I'm up. Okay. I don't have that ability to just drop back and go back to sleep. Like, I'm up. So now I got to go. Maybe I'll go make the family some breakfast here. But anyways, this kind of turned into a longer video than I intended. So we're not going to do a dash cam today. I might spice things up and throw just kind of a dash cam out during the middle of the week here. You never know, but kind of keep things fresh and whatever. But again, if you do have questions about what I'm talking about, or like, hey, can I contact you this time or this, whatever, reach out to me during the business hours, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you about that kind of stuff. So anyways, again, I like you guys. You're doing good out there. I'm not coming down on anybody in particular. I'm just kind of want to lay some ground rules because we've had a lot of new drivers come in, and it's been fun getting to know all you. But like there are a couple things. I'm one guy in the safety department, okay, and there's over 200 of you out there right now. So yeah, I appreciate you working with me. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we'll kind of go from there. So anyways, I always say it at the end of all my videos, and I'll say it now because I really do mean it. Make sure that when you're out there, you drive safe.